All right, Jennifer, thank you. And we are in part 2 of our Chemist Corner segment. Jesse Miller from the U of I rejoins us. And last time we had a little fun talking about fireworks and salts and this, but moving on, a little more serious stuff here. That's right. Well, you know, fireworks work similar to this in the fact that it spreads the metals out so that it burns easier. Okay. And a lot of things, here, I guess this is the best way is just to demonstrate. What I have here is I have some cornstarch. And cornstarch in itself, you know, is not very flammable. Okay, I mean, we can get it to burn, but it's, right, you know. Takes some work. It takes some work. However, if you were to somehow get that atomized or spread out over a large surface area, then you'll see something a little bit more spectacular. Okay, now this is kind of dangerous. I don't want anybody trying this. Okay. You know, I'm stupid, so you don't have to. Well, you're a trained professional. That's right. All right, you're going to be over here on this plane. Yeah, I'm going to be right here. Okay, now if we blow this out, so we increase the surface area, well, you should see something pretty spectacular. So here we go. All right. Phew. Now, why does that happen? Well, because what we've done is we've atomized, or we spread the particles out and allowed the oxygen to get to more surface area. And the greater the surface area, the easier it is for it to oxidize and to burn. Okay, now, what this has to do with grain elevator explosions is there's a lot of dust associated with, like, you know, grains and corn or whatever it is that they're storing in there. And historically, every once in a while, you hear of a grain elevator explosion. Actually, there was one, a couple months ago, they had a sugar plant down in Georgia that blew up. I remember we covered that. Because this right here, there's a lot of dust that goes on in there. Okay. And it exploded, and yeah, it was pretty much a mess. And we get the same thing with grain elevator explosions. I got to say, I forgot. A friend of mine, a colleague, a graduate student in PhD program, really brilliant guy, his name Adam Kiefer, was one that showed me this particular one. So I thought I would give him the shout out on that. All right, nice. So anyways, what I got here is my simulated grain elevator. Okay. And we're going to create a spark here. Okay, we're going to create a spark there. There we go. And if we put some dust in here, we should see a nice explosion of sorts. There we go. Okay, and that, as you can see, it blew the top off of here. Right. Okay, and that's just a little tiny 1 cubic foot area. I can't imagine. If you have this huge grain elevator. Now, they put fire suppressors and things like that in there now, but every once in a while, you know, somebody makes a mistake. You see why that happens. Why it's so important for, obviously, them to be careful. That's right. That's right. Well, very good. A great experiment. Very nice. I like the fireworks this morning, and we're going to get Ann to try the pickle from earlier. Yeah, we're going to try to. Good luck. Trying to convince. Yeah, I know. Take some coaxing. So, all right, Jesse. Well, thanks for coming in. We appreciate your time as always. If you want to see a replay of this segment or to get some of those safety tips or to learn how fireworks work, you can watch the segments online, IllinoisHomepage.net. Look on the morning show. Look under Chemist Corner.